This is the most urgent word I place before you in this very hour. And you must listen deeply, because a great shift is being prepared by me to redirect your life within the next 24 hours. My beloved child, do not take this moment lightly, as though it were merely a coincidence among your daily busyness. I am not calling you to make you afraid, nor am I placing this word before your eyes to create confusion. I am calling you because I love you, because I see what you do not yet see, because I know there is a door being opened, and if you continue walking past it in distraction, you may fail to recognize that it is the very thing you have prayed for through many seasons of tears. Set aside the noises around you for a moment. Let your heart become still, and allow my word to sink into the deepest place within you. Because not every opportunity arrives with a loud sound. Some great things begin with a quiet moment just like this. You have walked through roads that very few truly understand. I was there in the long nights when you could not sleep, when loneliness sat beside you like a shadow, when worries pressed heavily upon your chest until you did not know whom to tell. I saw you looking around and wondering why others seemed to move forward so easily while you had to wrestle with every hardship, every debt, every door that closed, just as you began to hope. I heard the questions you did not dare to speak aloud, the doubts that slipped into your heart in weary hours, the moments when you wondered whether I truly still heard your cry in the darkness. But today I speak to you with tenderness and certainty. I have never removed my eyes from you, never abandoned you, never treated lightly any pain you have carried, every tear you have shed. I have known every wound left inside you by betrayal, coldness, being overlooked, and harsh words. I have remembered. There were times when you thought you were only enduring in vain. But I used those very seasons to build within you a foundation that strong winds cannot easily shake. The trials did not come to break you. Even though many times you felt you had almost no strength left to stand, they formed within you patience, discernment, humility, and a faith that no longer depends only on what your eyes can see. I do not waste your pain. I do not waste your waiting. I do not waste even the days when you thought you were being held back. Because in the hidden place, I was preparing you for a glory greater than what you thought you could carry. The adversary has tried many times to sow insecurity, doubt, and despair into your mind. It whispered that you were not good enough, not worthy enough, not pure enough, not strong enough to step into the new season. It used old mistakes to build a wall before your future. Used the times you were rejected to make you stop expecting. Used your current condition to convince you that your life would always remain small. But I am your Father, and I do not look at you with condemning eyes. I look at you with mercy. I see a clay vessel being reshaped in my hands, not thrown away because of its cracks, but prepared to hold something more precious, deeper, and more lasting. I am about to lift you into a new position. But that lifting is not so. You may become proud or use blessing as a bitter answer to those who once despised you. No, my beloved child, I am lifting you so it may be revealed that my faithfulness is still upon your life. I will cause those who once doubted you to fall silent, not because you take revenge on them, but because the peace, restoration, and maturity within you will become living evidence that my hand has never left you. When I open the door, step in with humility. When I give an opportunity, receive it with gratitude. When I place blessing in your hands, steward it with wisdom, so that what I give does not become a new burden, but a healing stream for you and for those I place around you. You have lived too long in a state of merely trying to survive. You have grown used to receiving little and telling yourself that you should not hope for more. You have grown used to lowering your dreams to avoid disappointment, preparing for the worst so deeply that when something good draws near, you do not know whether you should open your heart. But today I speak to you. The season of living only to endure is coming to an end. I am calling you into a new season, a season of restoration, a season of standing firm, a season of abundance in peace, a season where you no longer allow the fear of lack to guide every decision. The fullness I want to give is not only the adding of outward things, but a heart set free from shame, fear, and the feeling that it is always behind. The doors that closed in the past were not always rejection. Many times, they were my protection. If I had given you certain things too early, when your heart was not yet healed, when you were still easily pulled by the approval of others, when you did not yet know how to discern between an opportunity and a trap, then the very thing you called a blessing could have wounded you. Therefore, I kept you in the valley to teach you patience. I allowed you to wait to form endurance within you. I let you pass through smallness, so that when you are lifted, you will not forget where you were helped. Now, after you have been shaped through many seasons, I am preparing to open great doors that no human hand can close once I have spoken them open. In the next 24 hours, keep your heart awake. Pay attention to the gentle reminders, the unexpected conversations, the small opportunities, the deep peace you feel when standing before a choice. I can begin a shift through something that seems simple. I can open a way through an invitation, a piece of news, an idea, a meeting, or a decision you have delayed for too long. Do not react with fear. Do not reject too quickly simply because it does not look like the way you imagined. Do not step in too hastily simply because you hunger for change. Let me lead you by peace, because what comes from me will carry light, integrity, and a deep sense that you are being covered. If you believe this word, let Amen become the response of a heart that is ready. Let 1111 become a reminder that you no longer see yourself as one left behind, but as one being prepared by me for a sacred turning point. I am not calling you into the new season so you will enter with pride, but with maturity. I am not opening the door so you will forget me, but so you will know that I am the one who kept you through the long nights. Stand firm, my beloved child. I am working behind the scenes, turning what you thought was stuck, restoring what was once wounded, and bringing you out of the place of merely surviving into a life upheld, guided, and covered by my kindness. You have lived too long in survival mode, accustomed to receiving only small portions, fragments of joy, brief moments to breathe between pressures, and you thought that was all your life could ever have. But today I speak to you and say that the season of merely trying to survive has come to a close. And I am calling you into a new season where you no longer bow your head before lack. No longer define yourself by the years of struggle. No longer treat exhaustion as your identity. My child, I did not create you to walk forever in anxiety over tomorrow, forever gathering temporary things, forever living like one who barely has enough to get through the day. I placed within you a higher calling, a deeper dignity, and a wider portion of blessing than what you have grown used to accepting. So hear me carefully. You must not continue living with the mindset of the valley while I am leading you into a spacious land. The delays you once cried over because you could not understand them, the closed doors that made you feel rejected, the opportunities that seemed to slip from your hands right when you needed them most. All of these were not necessarily losses as you once thought. Many of them were my protection. I saw what was waiting behind those doors. I knew that if great blessings came too early, they could have swept you away through pressure, recognition, the attention of people, or responsibilities your heart was not yet steady enough to carry. I did not hold them back because I did not love you. I held them back because I loved you too deeply. I did not want what I gave to become a burden that pulled you away from me. I wanted the blessing to come to you at the right time, when it could lift you instead of shaking you. I allowed you to pass through the valley of testing not to break you, but to form humility, patience, and spiritual sensitivity within you. In that hidden place where few people saw you, I taught you the value of peace. In seasons that seemed full of lack, I taught you that your true source is not in human hands. In the days when you had to wait longer than you wanted, I caused the roots of your faith to go deeper into my faithfulness. You may have thought you were only enduring, but I was building. You may have thought you were being held back, but I was preparing. You may have thought you were standing still, but inside you, certain parts were being made stronger, clearer, and more mature through every silent battle. Now, after you have been refined through fire and are still standing, I am opening greater doors before you. Those doors are not opening because you have made yourself perfect, but because I have placed my timing upon your life. When I open, no one can close. When I speak that a new season has begun, no word of doubt can cancel it. When I place favor upon you, no darkness has the right to steal what I have set apart for you. But you must step in with humility. Do not bring the old mindset of fear into a new door. Do not step into abundance while still believing you are only worthy of lack. Do not receive blessing with open hands while your heart remains locked because of old wounds. Right now, my help is being sent on your behalf in places you cannot see. My radiant messengers are going before you, clearing obstacles from the road, softening influential hearts, turning situations that seemed impossible, and dismantling traps set to discourage you. There were battles you never knew about that I fought for you. There were losses that never reached your house because I stopped them. There were betrayals that never fully unfolded in their destructive power because I limited them. There were roads you thought were completely blocked, but I quietly placed my hand upon them to open another way cleaner, safer, and more aligned with my purpose. You will begin to recognize the changes in the coming days. Perhaps an unexpected opportunity will appear just when you think everything is still silent. Perhaps a helper will come from a place you never expected. Perhaps a door that was once closed will be brought back in a new way. Perhaps a deep peace will suddenly rise within you. as though an old burden has lost its right to press upon you. Do not despise those small signs. I often begin a shift with very gentle things, and only afterward do I allow you to see fully how my hand has been working. Watch with wakefulness. Listen with a tender heart. Keep yourself close to me so you do not miss what I am placing before your eyes. This new season will require courage from you to leave your comfort zone. There are familiar things that are no longer healthy for you. There are old habits that once helped you endure a painful season, but now have become chains holding you in the place I want you to leave. There are toxic relationships you have kept too long because you feared loneliness. Yet each time you remain, you lose another part of your peace. There are fearful thoughts that have whispered to you not to dream big, not to believe much, not to step far, not to expect anything good. But those voices do not come from me. I do not call you into a new season so that you may continue living by old fear. I am asking you to release what makes you smaller, so you can receive what makes you stand upright in the light. I do not pour new wine into an old wineskin, and I do not place great expansion into a mindset still clinging to limitation. I need a new way of seeing in you, a new trust, a new willingness. Let me renew your thoughts so you no longer see yourself as someone always at the end of the line, always lacking a portion, always delayed. Let me heal the way you receive blessing, so that when something good comes, you do not suspect it simply because the past has hurt you. Let me cleanse your heart from bitterness, because abundance cannot remain long in a heart ruled by the poison of resentment. Let me teach you to steward the new with wisdom, so you not only enter a season of blessing, but also know how to preserve that season in peace. My beloved child, I am calling you out of survival and into purposeful abundance. That abundance is not only what you hold in your hands, but also peace in your heart, clarity in your mind, freedom from old cycles, and the ability to live without always fearing loss. I do not only want you to be blessed, I want you to become a source of blessing. I do not only want you to be lifted, I want you to know how to lift others with mercy. I do not only want you to have more, I want you to become deeper, steadier, more humble, and closer to me. Therefore, rise, release the old, step into the new by faith. The doors are opening, help is going before you, and your Father is leading you from the season of survival into the season of restoration, expansion, and right positioning within my promise. I am your provider, the source that never runs dry, the place where you can lean when every channel on this earth becomes fragile. My beloved child, hear me speak this clearly within your heart. Your work is not the final source. Your possessions are not the eternal foundation. And the relationships on this earth are not the only well that can quench your thirst. They are only temporary channels I can use for a season. But I am the living water, the one who opens the way, the one who gives, the one who can cause provision to come from places you never imagined. When you place all your trust in the channel, you will tremble whenever that channel is shaken. But when you place your trust in me, the one who creates every source, you will stand firm even when the world changes, because you know that what sustains you is not limited by what your eyes can see. Do not let a change in circumstances make you think that my care for you has weakened. When the economy shakes, when people grow anxious, when numbers on paper cause many to lose peace, I remain the one who does not change. I do not need the world to be stable before I can care for you. I do not need every human door to open before I can place what is needed into your hands. I do not need favorable circumstances to reveal my faithfulness. In the driest places, I can still make water flow. In seasons that seem to have no way forward, I can still create a road. In the shortages that make your heart anxious, I can still place timely, sufficient provision into your life, carrying my mark. Therefore, do not look at the decline of the world and draw conclusions about your future. Your future is in my hands, not in the hands of this world's instability. Do you remember how I cared for my people in the wilderness? That place had no green fields, no full storehouses, no easy road. Yet, I still fed them each day with provision from heaven. This reminds you that I am not limited by environment. I can nourish you in a place others call dry. I can make you stand firm in a season where many thought you would fall. I can cause what is needed to arrive on time, not lacking, not late, not forgotten. Perhaps you do not yet see the storehouse before you. But I do not need you to see the whole storehouse in order to believe that I will give today's portion. I teach you to trust step by step, receive day by day, and live in gratitude with every breath. So, you may understand that true provision is not only having much in your hands, but knowing you are being held in the hands of the one who never runs dry. I want you to stop living in fear that tomorrow will swallow you. I know you have had nights when you looked at the responsibilities before you and wondered how you would manage. I know there were times when you calculated every amount, every need, every matter that had to be handled, and your heart became heavy. I do not condemn you for worrying. I know you are human. I know you have carried much pressure, and I know you have tried to be strong for too long. But today, I am inviting you to lay that burden down before me. Do your part with wisdom, but do not carry the part that belongs only to me. You can work, you can manage, you can choose carefully, but you do not need to become the source yourself. You were not created to carry my role. Let me be the provider, and you be the child who knows how to trust, walk, receive, and give thanks. The prosperity I want to bring into your life is not only outward abundance, but also inward peace. I do not only want you to have enough to pay what must be paid, buy what must be bought, and expand what must be expanded. I also want to free you from the mindset of lack that has clung to you for too long. I want you to stop being startled by every change. Stop fearing whenever a familiar door closes. Stop thinking that because one channel has stopped flowing, the entire source has run dry. I want you to learn to live as one cared for by the Father, not wastefully, not arrogantly, but with steady trust that I know your needs. I know your timing, and I know how to bring what is necessary to you. When my provision comes, it will bring peace with it. It will not pull you into chaos. It will help you stand firm. It will not draw you away from me. I am also placing my healing hand upon the deepest painful places within you. There are wounds you have hidden very carefully, cracks no one sees, Memories you thought you had overcome, but that sometimes still return and make your heart ache. I know those things. I do not see only your financial need. I also see the weariness in your body, the unrest in your mind, the fractures in your family, the distances in relationships you once prayed would be mended. I come not only to give you bread for the day, but to restore you completely. I want to touch your sleep so that long nights are no longer strangled by worry. I want to touch your thoughts so that cycles of fear no longer control you. I want to touch the places in your home that once felt cold. So, tenderness, forgiveness, and understanding can have the chance to return. My beloved child, I can calm the waves in your mind. I can give you clarity in difficult decisions. I can bring recovery to your tired body in a way that fits my wisdom and timing. I can soften hearts that have grown hard within your family. I can reopen conversations that silence has buried. I can heal words that once wounded, distances that have stretched too long, misunderstandings that have made love feel heavy. But I also want you to cooperate with me through humility, by releasing pride, bitterness, the need to always be right, and choosing to open your heart to the restoration I am leading you toward. Some miracles begin with a heart that is willing to become tender before me. I will not allow your painful story to end in tears. What once hurt you will not be permitted to define your whole life. I can turn dark roads into testimonies of light. I can turn seasons of lack into places where you learn my faithfulness. I can turn brokenness into the foundation for a restoration more beautiful than what you once imagined. One day, you will look back and realize that I did not waste a single tear. I used even the days when you thought you were weakest to teach you to lean on me more deeply. I used even the empty spaces you feared most to enlarge your capacity to receive. I used even disappointments to make room for things healthier, more lasting, and purer. So today, place your trust in me, not in temporary channels. Give thanks when I use your work, but do not worship that work. Be grateful when I use people to help you, but do not forget that I am the one who placed that help along your path. Manage your possessions with wisdom, but do not let possessions become a throne in your heart. I am your source. I am your provider. I am the one who heals you. I am the one who preserves your family. I am the one who can cause the wilderness to bloom and make dry places resound with a song of victory. Keep walking with peace, because you have not been abandoned in lack, nor forgotten in sorrow. I am with you, providing, healing, restoring, and I will turn your story into a glorious song of victory. So, your life may testify that my hand is still powerful over those who place their whole trust in me. For a very long time, you have carried burdens beyond your strength. And I want you to know that no part of that weariness has been treated lightly or overlooked by me. You have learned how to hide your pain behind a smile that seemed peaceful. How to answer that you were fine while inside you were cracking day by day. How to keep walking even when there were days your heart almost had no strength left to hope. There were moments when you felt you had to be strong because there was no other choice. You had to keep going because no one fully understood what you were going through. But I saw it all. I saw your silent cries, the tears that fell when no one was there to wipe them away. The nights when you turned your face into the darkness and tried to hold back everything that wanted to break open. I heard the words you did not say, the thoughts you kept hidden, the fears you did not dare admit. You thought you cried alone, but I was there, always there. I preserved every tear, every sigh, every unspoken prayer you sent up in silence, as precious things that would never be forgotten. Today, I am drawing near to you with the tenderness of a loving father, not to bring back old pain or make you remember the things that wounded you, but to dry those tears with my deep and unchanging love. The heaviness that has clung to you for too long is beginning to lift, even if you do not recognize it immediately. The chains that once held you in anxiety, self-blame, and exhaustion are beginning to crack beneath my light. The thoughts that once made you feel trapped are slowly losing their strength. A new light is opening over your path. Not because circumstances suddenly become easy or every problem disappears at once, but because I am walking beside you, lifting you when you are weak, and leading you out of the place where you thought you would remain stuck forever. I am not distant from you, and I am not silent before your cry. I am present in every breath, in every moment you thought was meaningless, working in things you cannot yet see, and speaking directly to your heart with a deep peace that nothing in this world can replace. Do not let fear convince you that I have forgotten you. Do not let the long days of waiting make you think that I am no longer working or no longer caring for you. I am opening something new, a new movement, a new road, right in the middle of the place you thought was dry and hopeless. At first, it may only look like a small ray of light flickering in the darkness, a gentle feeling of peace passing through, a door slightly open that you do not yet dare to enter, a hopeful thought returning after many weary months. But do not take those small signs lightly. Many times, the great things I do begin with quiet movements in your heart, with small changes you do not immediately recognize. I am sowing new seeds in your heart, and they will grow at the right time. You are not forgotten, my beloved child. The world may pass over you. People may not fully understand what you have endured, and they may judge you by what they see on the outside. But I never remove my eyes from you. I know every wound, every pain, every unfinished dream of yours. Before you knew what you needed to pray for, I already knew the lack within your heart. Before you spoke a word, I had already begun arranging answers with my wisdom and love. Every prayer, every sigh, every small hope you whispered in moments of weakness has touched my mercy. Nothing you have gone through is meaningless, and no tear is useless. And now, in this very moment, I am answering you in the best way for you. Perhaps the answer does not come in the shape you once imagined. Perhaps the road I open does not look like the path you drew for yourself. But what I give is always placed within love, protection, and a good purpose for you. Trust me one more time, even when you do not yet see clearly. My timing is not late, not wrong, not lost from your life. I know when to hold something back to protect you, when to open something to lead you forward, when to heal hidden wounds, and when to bring you into a new season full of hope. Rest in me. Lay down the worries you have carried for too long, because I am turning your sorrow into radiant joy, turning tears into a testimony of restoration. and turning heavy days into a firm foundation for the future you have waited for so long.